Greetings everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Unclear and today we're back with another Xur video and another Trials video. If you want to know where Xur is, he hasn't moved, but if you're a new, light or returning player, Xur is found across from Ikora Array and the Bazaar, just down the little alleyway here. So if you're heading to Ikora Array, you'll see here on my map just in front, head down next to the ramen shop, down through here, and Xur is located right here. Anyway, Xur apparently is bringing some heat this week. And Saint 14 is bringing some heat this week, so some pretty fantastic rolls. Alrighty, so first up, we obviously have your rank rewards. Make sure you grab these when you're ranking up. Exotic ciphers are fantastic and always worth picking up. Alrighty, so for catalysts, we have Cold Heart and Traveler's Chosen. Now, if you don't have either of these, I would actually recommend the Cold Heart Catalyst first, then go get the Traveler's Chosen. Always best to pick up both of them if you can. But if you can't get one, get the Cold Heart Catalyst. Trace rifles this season are phenomenal, and Cold Heart is actually amazing, even in Crucible. Just give it a try and let me know what you see, because it's fantastic. Video coming soon. Alright, Traveler's Chosen. It's alright. Alright, so we have the Hunters. We have the Graviton Forfeit Helmet. Improve Invisibility was the short form. Increase the duration of any invisibility effects. While you are invisible, your melee recharges faster, your weapons reload faster, and your recovery is greatly increased. So it's really nice actually. This used to be like the go-to weapon, or go-to exotic for hunters. Obviously it's been power creeped out, but still pretty nice. It's a 67 stat roll with decent distribution and in strength for your grenade or your smoke charge. So it's not bad. I would pick this up if you don't have one, and if you have one that's quite poorly stat distributed, I would replace it with this. If yours is better, obviously don't worry about it. Alright, for Titans we have the Heart of Immerse Light with 65 stat roll, pretty even everywhere, but 20 recovery. It's actually a nice chest piece, so if you don't have it, definitely add it to your collection. It reads, using an ability, grenade, melee or barricade, empowers the other two abilities. Empowered means abilities have faster regen, melees and grenades do more damage, and barricades have more hit points. So the way I used to use it was, I would shoulder charge someone, punching them, barricade, and then grenade the person who's trying to escape. And because your barricade has more health, you can survive a bit longer. Or do it the way around, barricade and punch people, and it's actually a fantastic exotic. If you don't have one, pick it up, and if you do have one, check the stats, compare it to this, and see if it fits your build better. And if you're unsure about fitting your build better, let me know down below, and I'm happy to help you out. Alright, for the Warlocks, Netherrack Sin. I'll just skip it. The mobility stat is way too high. 28 mobility on a Warlock piece of gear is absolutely rubbish. You never use mobility on your Warlock. So yeah, I would not pick this up. If you don't have it, add it to your collection. But don't use this. It's just the stats are terrible. We have the Exotic Cipher. So if you need more Exotic Ciphers, you can hold 5 at a time. Pick this up. Exotic Ciphers help you unlock new exotic gear. And also help you unlock the additional stat distribution on your gear. So if you see here, I have 2 mod slots for stats. Unlocking this costs an exotic cipher. And let's see if I've done it. I've done it on one of my pieces of gear, so I can show you. I've done it on that one. So do it on that one too. Right here. It needs to be level 10 first and unlocks the next one. Plus your exotic cipher, so you should pick this up if you don't already have them. Alright, let's go into the more strange offerings. As always, I pick up the enhancement course because you never know if you're going to need these in the next DLC. It's better to have heaps, especially with weapon leveling, weapon unlocking. Like with with unlocking levels on guns. You never know if tier 5 is going to require you to spend enhancement course to actually unlock all the perks. So always pick this up. And if you already spent enough strange coins, pick up this so you get bonus strange coins, and it's always nice to have. You buy raid banners here and glimmer if you need it. This will be really, really useful when it comes to the end of the DLC and before the next DLC. If you're running shy of glimmer, just spend your strange coins to get some glimmer top-ups. Alrighty. Offerings here, we have exotic engrams. So this, if you don't have weapons, it drops weapons first. If you have all the weapons, it starts dropping exotic armor. Alrighty. In terms of the Hawk move, we have Rangefinder. I wouldn't pick this one up. Last week's one was much better. With the Jade Rabbit, in this economy in terms of PvP, it's actually a really fantastic weapon. Now with any of these weapons, if you don't have any of them, pick them up in the order you want to get them. But I will recommend an order at the end of this. We have the Hard Light, and we have the Colony. Now if you have none of these weapons, the one I'd recommend first is actually Hard Light. It's actually just a really, really nice weapon to have. It does Void, Arc, and Solace. It has pretty good synergy with all three. If you already have that, I would actually go for the Jade Rabbit next, then the Colony, and then this Hawkmoon. You really want to get more perks on the Hawkmoon. Hawkmoon has some random perks, so it's not really there. Right, in terms of legendary weapons, we have True Prophecy with Overflow and Time Payload. Now, this is actually a fantastic weapon. These two perk combinations for champions are actually fantastic. If you do not have a hand cannon that's good against champions, be sure to check this one out, because if there's any Unstoppable or Overload or Anti-Barrier hand cannon mods in the artifact perk next DLC, this will actually be really helpful to you to get you on the way to go. Just really nice. It's just honestly fantastic for champions. It really is. If you want to know some other weapons to check out, be sure to check out the 15 weapons I recommend for the next DLC. If you don't do that, pick this up and I'll do you some justice. We have Escape Velocity with Overflow Surrounded, another fantastic perk combination. 900 RPMs MESMG, really great archetype this season. Pendant Mag or Alloy Mag, and I5 Circle. I actually like this. Circular Iron Sights, yeah. Rugged Iron Sights, yeah. It's actually a fantastic role. Xur is bringing the heat this week. Wow. Alright, we have Today's Corrector with Genesis Eye of the Storm. I actually do really like Genesis, but I wish this had a better perk in this column. Genesis, if anyone doesn't know, if you break a combatant shield with this weapon, it refills the magazine from reserves. Energy weapons regenerate ammo on hit when matching the damage types. It's actually a really good perk. It's really underutilized, but this is not the way I would go for this one. It doesn't work in PvP. Right, we have the Annual Skate with Slideshot Dragonfly. Low range though, and 140. It doesn't really fit it anymore. No origin trait. It's not really the go-to anymore. Right, we have the Canis Major. If you do not have a grenade launcher and you haven't yet farmed one and you don't have one, pick this one up. Clown cartridge will give you a random magazine. It gets up to like 30% bonus, so you can get up to 8 or 9 in the mag. It's crazy. And Volk Weapon is just a straight damage buff against bosses, vehicles, and guardians for super. This looks like 15%, 10%, I think. I think it's 10% on heavy weapons. Just a straight damage buff. So if you don't have a GL at all yet, and you need one, pick this one up. This will do you justice to farm in-game content. That's a fantastic roll. That with a quick launch, you probably want to chuck on. You just leave it as it is, really, as it is. In terms of I'll chuck backup mag because it's 7, so you can probably get the hand in the mag, which is phenomenal. Pick this up and give it a try. Alright, Thin Precipice is a cool sword. Has a terrible roll on it though. Steady hands, adrenaline junkie. Yeah, terrible frame, terrible perks. Give this one a miss. And then we have the Eternity's Edge. I like the sword, but it's just not good. Tireless Blade. Gives you some ammo back, and Surrounded gives you damage buff. So it's actually a nice bit of perks, and any class can use this now. You have to pick this up on the Warlock though. For the Titan Hunter, you'll have your class swords. It's not bad. Some pretty good synergy. Jagged Edge, Infinity. It's nice, but it's just not. There's just so many better swords out there now. Alright, in terms of armor, let's see what armor's got. We have 54, 56, 59, 50. Wouldn't bother with any of it. Just don't even bother with it at all. I'll chuck the Hunters and Titans on the screen, and I'll circle any that are worth picking up. Alright, let's go see Saint 14 and see what's there. Alright, we're here at Saint 14. Let's go see what the weapons are this week dropping for your Flawless tickets or your 7-win tickets. First thing, be sure to pick up your Lighthouse Passage. Always pick up your Lighthouse Passage. I pick up this one here, but you can pick up this one here. It doesn't really matter which one you pick up. This one allows you to go to the lighthouse This one just means if you get 7 wins, you can then buy the adept weapon once you get your 7 wins on the card. Got bounties. It'll come in handy when you're doing bounty preps for the next DLC. Alright, and this week we have the Inquisitor Adept and the Exalted Truth Adept. Two absolutely S tier weapons. If you can play Trials and you are looking at these weapons and you don't have any of them yet, these are fantastic. I'll jump in and show you the roles I would recommend. So we're going to go Exalted Truth and Inquisitor. So these are PvP roles. I would go slide shot, opening shot, or the shotgun. This thing just finds headshots, and it is actually fantastic. In terms of barrel perks, I'd probably just go range or stability, corkscrew rifling, accurized rounds. Handling masterwork's always pretty nice. Bring the handling up, it means it draws faster. That's how I would do it. That'd be my role. It'd bump up to 91 stat range, and you could chuck on a pretty decent mod. I'd probably chuck on the handling. Bump the handling up as high as you can. The faster you can draw that weapon, the faster you can fire it, the better it is. Yeah, down here you have slide shot, opening shot, fragile focus. Any of these perks in red are what people are using. People are using assault mag for stability rounds per minute, so it bumps up the rounds per minute. So assault mag, where's it going? Yeah, gets you to a 70, so you fire slightly faster. So corkscrew rifling, assault mag, slide shot, open shot, and if you bump up the range again, and chuck a handling. Why do you get 94 handling, 88 range? Fantastic weapon. Definitely worth farming this week. Absolutely fantastic. If you are new to Trials and don't play a lot of Trials, pick up the first passage. They're saying 14 selling. If you play Trials quite a lot regularly, you want to see if you can get better luck from the chest at the end, pick up the second passage. In terms of Exalted Truth, absolutely S tier, 140 RPM hand cannon, and it has great PvE and PvP rolls. So for PvE, I like Destabilization and Demoralize. These are my two favourite perks on this gun in terms of PvE. I like the range though, so I always try and bump up the range even in PvE. Just so it feels like sometimes it feels like you're just missing shots, and I'm like, really want to be cranking those shots. So I would try and max out the range. So I would try and go for this. The Destabilization rounds, Demoralize, Range Masterwork, Accurized rounds, and then full bore. That's what I go for. And for PvP, I'll do the same first two perks. I would actually go slide shot. I like mag howl, but also opening shot or precision instruments. Either one of those will do really well for you. Moving target also works. Same with keep away, and same with lone wolf. All those perks work really well. But slide shot means when you're sliding away or trying to get out of the gunfight, it gives you like 1 or 2 rounds, and if you slide a few times, you can get 3 rounds, which is a 3 tap, and they're done. Precision instrument means gives you an increase of damage per shot. So at 1 stack 4%, 2 stacks 8%, 3 stacks 12%, 4 stacks 16%, 20, and then 5 stacks is 20%, and then 6 stacks is 25% damage buff. So if you get 2 Guardian defeats with 3 headshots, your next Guardian defeat will be 2 headshots, 1 body. So in a magazine you can kill 3 Guardians. It's pretty fantastic. But mag howl is after reload. So reload is after you reload, you get 1 bullet does 50% more damage. So if you kill a Guardian, it can get up to a 50% damage buff, and it's pretty crazy. That's my favorite perk combo. Opening shot is really good for the first shot of engagement. So if you are sliding, running around the corners, these two, slide shot, opening shot, will really help you out. But that is my pick, and this week's map is Widow's Court. Fantastic map. I'll be on later tonight, so if you see a red circle around my videos or around my shorts, when you jump on the video, be sure to check me out. I'll be live. Anyway, that is it for this week. If there's any content you do need help with, please let me know in the comments below. If there's any weapon roles you're curious about or unsure about, jump into the live stream or comment it down below as well. I'll help you out in the game as much as I can. In terms of me, I'll just show you what I'm going to run this week in Trials. Someday shotgun. I have to level it up first. The Nature Reclaimed. This thing I was using in comp last night. Felt fantastic. And then the Truth. 2 rockets is just too nice to pass up. That is it for me this week, guys. Thank you all so much for watching and being here. And until next time, Stay safe. Take care. Bye for now.